What up, YouTube? I am Dom Knight. This is Knight Talks. We're back with another reaction for you. Guys, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. Help me hit my goal. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subs by the spring. It's tough. Need your help. Appreciate it. Today, we got It's Complicated. They just dropped something new. This video is called Serving Women. I ain't seen it. I'm sorry. I ain't seen it. Authentic reaction. So let's just get right into it.
Would you agree that men are socialized to be gentlemen that protect and provide for women?
No, that's comical. Definitely not. That's funny.
Maybe half of them.
I agree that men are supposed to be the ones that protect a woman. That's what they're socialized to be. I thought you said socialized.
I agree. That's what I would say too.
To be gentlemen, I do not think so anymore. I do think that there is still a pressure to protect and provide, but I think that we've lost a little bit of the gentleman manners and courtship along the way.
Are there some men who go as far as putting women up on pedestals?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to find them.
They're hard to find, though. Let me just say it.
From my personal opinion, the girl needs to be treated like a princess, you know.
Why do so many men think women were put on this earth to serve them, cook, clean, and pump out babies?
From a biblical standpoint of what we were taught, like growing up, and what we've seen from the generations that raised us.
Maybe because like they think like girls needs to stay in the kitchen and help the man when the man needs to go and, like to work and make money, you know. It's not fair, but
having children and growing the population was very necessary for survival, and it was kind of made like a routine for women to stay at home and raise the children while men did very dangerous jobs and went to war and things of that nature.
And they think that women are not strong enough to hold such power like them. So they're like, you know, you're like my sidekick, but I'm the main man in the house.
Household leader, the head of the house, which does not mean to be dogmatic, strong, and the one that rules everything, even though he is the high priest of his house. He is supposed to do it in fairness. He is to listen to his wife and her opinions, because she sees from all angles. He only sees from a few angles.
The man will just go work, and the woman staying at home taking care of the kids is kind of a dated mindset now.
Now let's flip that. Why do so many women think men were put on this earth to serve them, risk their lives, open doors, and pay for stuff?
Perhaps some women deserve to have those things.
Why do women just deserve that?
Because that's just how life happened. Women were born to be the ones that men take care of, men provide for, men treat with chivalry and respect, and that just doesn't happen anymore.
The man does not have to hold a child in their stomach for like 9 months and go through that pain and that body change.
And also, in a lot of places, men still get paid a lot more than women. So for the amount of work that women put out, it's equivalent to men, but they're getting paid less. So why shouldn't a guy buy dinner, you know?
I mean, does a woman provide children for every man she dates?
Exactly.
No.
So then why does a man have to provide all those things for every woman that he dates? I mean, until a woman is having your kids, why do you owe her anything?
The purpose of dating is marriage. I mean, some people will think otherwise, but for me, I think the purpose of dating is marriage. That's the goal.
So why do women often expect husband duties without giving wife benefits?
That's a good question. Like, that is a good question. I agree with you, because how can you expect to be a wife and you treat them like they're nothing? For me, whenever I date somebody, I show that, and I cook for them, and I take care of them, because I want them to understand I have really strong feelings for you.
All right, hold on. I got to talk. I just want to speak on it. So this is a very good conversation that's going on here. What he asked was so great. Because earlier he asked, you know, why does every guy think that, or why do some guys think that women are just put here to serve them, push out their kids, etc. And, you know, people talked about their opinions. And then when it was asked in the reverse, you know, why some women think that men are put here just to take care of them, spoil them, provide for them, etc., protect them, you know, it got a little bit muddy, because then the question came up of, everyone you date, does a woman, this woman made the point of, well, women have to carry a child and go through that body change and things like that. And that was her argument, saying that's why men should be providers, protectors, etc. But then when asked, okay, well, do you give a kid to every man that you date? The answer was obviously no. Then why should the man treat every woman like that? I think that was a great point brought up, because here's the thing. She said, this chick here said that the purpose of dating should be marriage. And okay, and if that's what you want, then yes, that should be your purpose in dating. You should be dating with a purpose, as they call it. But you're not going to vibe just because you're dating someone. You may know that that's not going to go to that next level, or you may have that hunch. You got to feel somebody out for a while before you even know if this is someone that you are going to be with for a long time or plan to have a family with or get married with. You're not going to know that right away. You probably really won't know that for at least 6 months before you even know whether or not, you feel those deep type of feelings for that person. So it should go both ways. I do not just because a woman is dating a man does not mean that she should be doing all his laundry and cooking for him and all that. That doesn't mean that, unless you guys have some sort of agreement, those things come over time. Same thing with a man being the sole provider and protector and all that. Those things should come over time. You have to date someone to know if you care about someone enough to want to do those things. You should want to do those things for your partner. You shouldn't feel obligated. You should want to protect your partner, want to provide for your partner. You should want to cook for your partner, want to clean for your partner. If you don't want to do these things for them, then maybe that's not the person for you and you shouldn't waste that time. But everyone doesn't deserve that treatment just because you're a man, just because you're a woman, and you guys happen to be seeing each other. Those things must be built up over time. Sorry, I went on for a little bit. Let's continue.
I mean, how does that equate to equality of the sexes?
I'm gonna be honest, I think marriage nowadays is like a contract. It's like, I provide this, you provide that. If, you have a kid for me or whatever, I mean, hasn't marriage always been a contract?
Yes.
Not necessarily.
With God.
Under
Lord. God.
It's a contract with the government too.
Eve was considered to be a helpmate. So if anyone was put here to serve, wouldn't it be women?
Sure, if you went by the Bible, I suppose that would be true.
Bible says that in the beginning they were co-equals and co-heirs. And he says, that's in Genesis, says that they were supposed to be one and working together. And so people mistake that nowadays.
Why should men serve women if women don't want to consider serving men?
That's a good question. Honestly. How can you expect someone to treat you like a king and you treat them like a peasant?
Why should men serve women if women aren't trying to serve men?
Right. Today you have independent women who don't want to serve men. So why should men still consider serving women or still be expected to serve women?
I think it also has to do with us being on a pedestal at the same time, because we think that's what we're supposed to have, and when guys put us up there, we kind of think expect it.
So do you think it's true that women expect preferential treatment from men while men are taught to give preferential treatment to women?
Yeah.
So if that's true, why are so many women complaining about how hard it is to be a woman in our society?
I feel like it's hard in other ways, but not in that type of way, relationship-wise. I just feel like sometimes being respected and being seen more as an object than a person.
So why do you think women want equality in everything except for dating?
Because they want to continue to be spoiled. They want to have it their way. It's kind of like their world and you're living in it.
Do you think men have yet to be liberated from their servitude to women?
I feel like yes. Like I said before, everything's changing. I feel like men are starting to learn that they also deserve things as well. So I feel like everything's changing and men are learning their worth as well. So I feel like it's
beautiful.
Definitely.
That part's beautiful.
Just how our society is set up. Our society.
Well, if men were the ones who set up society and created a patriarchy, why would men be held more responsible than women?
Hell, he even got me.
How does
there.
that benefit us?
It don't. It don't, bro.
I would say Jeez, it really doesn't.
Obviously, your point of view is clear. You're like, men have always had to step it up, and why do women? Rah, 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 rah. I mean, we're such a multifaceted population. The human condition is different depending on where you live, what kind of money you make. If you're a woman who grew up uneducated and all she can do is be a mother, then yes, she needs a man who can provide for her. But if you're a modern woman and you grew up in a place where you can be educated, then you don't need a man to pay for the first date, unless he wants to. A lot of men love to. But I'm happy to split it.
It's equal because they say, oh, feminism, like girls are equal to guys, blah, blah, blah. But at the end, they're not, you know.
So why are women these days so mangry?
Mangry? You gotta describe mangry to me, man. Like,
what is hangry?
Hangry, like hungry, angry. So you mean like mad and angry? That's what mangry means?
Mangry. Wow, that's a new one.
term.
But it makes sense. It's because men suck. We just have higher standards.
Well, if hangry means food angry, then doesn't mangry mean what?
Man angry?
Yes.
Yeah, so why are women man angry with men? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Why do women wake up and just mad every day? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just mad with life for no reason.
Programming that we have on social media with all these women that are very upset when we are supposed to be working together. So that's what I believe.
Yeah, and I just believe like generations change, so it's like women are becoming more dominant, and it comes off as maybe mangry, but we're really just, you know, we're learning that we can also be workers and also provide as well. So I just feel like it's just changing. Everything's just changing.
But I think a modern man, as we evolve as a society, would want a woman who can also bring in money. Because if you're both bringing in money, you can afford places like Vegas and spend it all and have a good time. Why have a woman who's just there to serve you and she's not a full person? She's not going to be as fun to be around.
Is there a female version of chivalry?
Yes. But not like chivalry, it's more like just submitting. That our chivalry is submitting.
These girls are
right,
smart.
But doesn't a man kind of like be chivalrous before the woman's going to submit?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So then,
Some do, yes.
why does the man always have to be the first one to give? Would you consider chivalry to be a female privilege?
No.
Oh my God.
Is there a female version of chivalry?
Well, we do everything all the time anyway. Like, we literally do everything.
I was going to say, like, maybe sexually.
Hold on. Before they even go on, the woman on the right, she is the worst. First things first, women, y'all typically don't do anything in the beginning. Let's keep it real. Even to this day, 9 times out of 10, no, we'll say 8 times out of 10, the guy is the one coming to pick you up for the date, driving you to the restaurant, paying for dinner, opening the door for you, being the nice guy, the gentleman, playing the game to try and gain your interest. So for you to say that you do everything, especially in the beginning, is false, and you know it. These women playing around, bro. They ain't thinking about the question seriously. Because you know, in the beginning stages, I ain't saying you gotta be chivalrous, but typically a man will express more chivalrous acts than a woman will. And that's a fact, and we all know this. Let's continue.
Aren't men expected to be chivalrous in platonic relationships while women are expected to be chivalrous in intimate relationships?
He knew where we were going with that.
Yeah.
So aren't men expected to be chivalrous on a grander scale?
That's an interesting question. It's complicated.
Would you consider chivalry to be a female privilege?
I guess in the way it's defined, yeah.
Thank you.
So is chivalry sexist?
Yes, it is. But it's like one of those rare exceptions where it's like not a negative form of sexism, I guess you could say.
Well,
it's kind of weird.
Wouldn't that mean that women are okay with sexism only when it benefits them?
Some women, yes.
Okay, so then why are women surprised that there are men out there who don't trust or respect women when there are women who say they want equality but only complain about the double standards that don't benefit them?
Well, I think that no one's perfect. There are a lot of women out there that can be selfish.
I was raised by women, and you know, I would say there's been a lot of things that women had to go through that, you know, that isn't right.
Aren't there a lot of things that men had to do, like being sacrificed in wars?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
He's like, shit.
You ever heard the expression "ladies first"? Didn't women always have special privileges that men didn't?
Women and children first.
This is true. This is true.
I think there's a lot of sexism in a past time, but there was also a lot of great things in the old-fashioned way. I think men did have a lot of respect for women and treated them well. They also did not see them as equals in the same regard. So I think you always know the difference between being sexist and minimizing a woman and
There's a lot of times where women have been underappreciated, but to specifically answer your question, I would say, yeah, like you're pretty on the nose, actually. I hate to say it, but yeah, like it's we are catering to women.
You know, we gonna cut that there. This video was great. This was great. This was some great conversations that were had here, and I think a lot of people's, you know, wheels got turning. So I think this was a good conversation. In regards to men serving women, women serving men. When it comes to a man serving a woman, a man's gonna do most of the service first. Just like I was saying earlier. Guys got to get their foot in the door by behaving a certain way with women, okay? And we've all seen it. Guys jump through fire hoops to get the attention of a woman, where that woman is doing absolutely nothing to gain this man's attention. That woman is not, you know, she's playing. In the beginning, women can play the game however they want. Now, when you guys start taking it more serious and things like that, that's when the game changes, okay? That's when, so in order to get all that great stuff from that a woman can provide for a man, because obviously the love of a woman, the touch of a woman, the things she can do can really, really benefit your life as a man, and we all know it. We're not gonna sit here and act like women don't have a high value in this world. We need them. We need them. We need them. They provide a lot in this thing we call life. So, but to get all that good stuff they provide, you gotta be on your A game to earn that. Men have to earn all the great stuff that a woman can give. Women get it right off the rip, okay? So that's where there is privileges to being a woman, all right? There is a lot of privileges to being a woman, just like there's privileges to being a man. Everything in this life has its privileges, okay? Everything. Some you would take over others, but no matter what, there's privileges to being white, there's privileges to being black, there's privileges to being a male, to being a female, you know, all kinds of things. You can think of anything and single someone out for whatever, and they may have a privilege that you may not have. But in this thing here with dating, ladies, they get the ball first, all right? Guys, I am Dom Knight. This is Knight Talks. Fun as usual, great conversation. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content, hit the bell so you don't miss a thing. I will toss my social medias right there. Follow me on TikTok only if you want to. And I will be back soon.
That's nice.
Peace.
Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse. Ball it up, I'm with the gang, we taking shots off the rebound. Fucking my post the same now, I've been humble too